The way I screamed when Casey. This is the type of messy that Mitch wishes he was.
How's your love triangle going?
Which is the love triangle?
So not missing Tom?
No, I'm not missing Tom.
Oh God, sorry. I'm happy for you. That's good.
Thank you. That was very sarcastic.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island All-Stars Season 1, Episode 15. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. So we were left with the cliffhanger of who was going to be dumped. Maya splits the couples into gender. Girls are voting out a guy, guys are voting out a girl, but the top islanders, being Tom and Molly, have the final say. So the bottom guys were Anton, Tyler, and Chris, and the bottom girls were Kaz, Hannah, and Georgia H. Ultimately, it was Tyler and Hannah who were dumped. Not gonna lie, I am sad to see Hannah go, but realistically, her man was never gonna be on Love Island. The only way she probably would have had a good opportunity is if they sent people like Jay, who's in his 30s, or Ovi, who's in his 30s. I mean, I don't know if those two guys would be into her, but like older guys from seasons 1 to 3 even. But these later half of the seasons, one, the stage in life they're at, what they're looking for, it just was never... It was never going to work, okay? In their exit interviews, it seems like almost everybody was kind of aware that their time was going to be up, especially considering that their relationships had just imploded.
I don't think it got that bad.
Well, I mean, there was Georgia Harrison, Lib, Arabella.
It was half expected, you know. I think our romance come to an abrupt end.
I kind of had like an inkling it was going to happen, but I still loved them all to bits. I'm no good at flirting, like I did try to.
You did, to be fair. You did.
My takeaway for the people who are leaving: Liberty, girl, I hope you finally see that your worth needs to be recognized from the beginning. Don't convince somebody you are worthy. They just must see it, okay? I don't know if that makes sense, but like... I felt like she was constantly convincing Mitch why she was such a great person. Girl, if he don't see it, he don't see it. Move on to the next one, okay? Tyler, he and Kaz ended on good terms. Don't message that girl ever again. All right? I don't even think them being friends makes sense. If that's what they want to do, they could do that. But don't go back there, okay? Hannah, she still is convinced that Tyler stuck it on her. Just stuck it on her. I'm like, what? Okay, he's just going along with the story anyways. All the best to her, you know. Best wishes to Reggie. Hope he gets a stepdaddy real soon. And Mitch. All right, so the bombshells come in, and as we know, it's Casey and Joanna. Thank you guys. I was reading the comments and I was like, yes, duh, it's Joanna. Casey, I don't know if anybody outside of Liberty would really be into him, but maybe, you know, maybe after some conversations, there would be a vibe. I don't know. Joanna, however, yeah, she's going to be one to watch.
I'm kind of going to keep it,
What are you looking for? Who have you got your eye on? I'm just going to ask you, what's your top three?
Obviously, looks and like being attracted to someone is really important, but I found that as I'm getting a bit older, I'm finding that 27.
With the guys regarding Joanna, all of them say that they're open, with the exception of Tom and Callum, who don't say they're closed off, but that it would take a lot for their heads to turn. With Casey, apparently Georgia, listen, the Georgias, this is in no way slut shaming them, okay? The Georgias be getting around. They know damn near everybody in a romantic sense. And I'm like, you know, there's people outside of the Love Island universe. I get it. Once you have a certain level of notoriety, you can't just date regularly like you would. But damn, everybody... This is madness. Anyways, Georgia Harrison and Casey have some sort of history. To him, it seems like it's not that deep. To her, she's actually very hurt and offended. So we're going to dig into that a little bit later. Georgia is here trying to console Anton because he just had to let one of his favorite girls go, right? He's like, oh, babe, I was fighting for her, but I also had to fight for you.
Who specifically said this?
Tyler said a bit about it. I think Toby said a bit about that as well. I thought for a second, I'm like, how the fuck were fighting between you and Hannah? And the reasons were stupid. because they're coupled up.
They can all suck my dick, mate.
So realistically speaking, I love Kaz. I love her. I love her. I love her. She's my favorite girl in this cast. However, objectively speaking, it would have made sense for her to be the one to go after Hannah. So Georgia being like, what? I'm at the bottom. How does that even make sense? I understand that. I also, though, think that she overestimates her position in this villa. She does. I think she thinks that she's a lot, I think, sorry, I have to say this because I said it in the last video. If you see me looking around and if I look a little bit paranoid, it's because I found a mouse in my apartment yesterday and I live in a sub-level and it's really warm right now in my apartment and it's cold outside. So, you know, they're trying to find a home and stuff. If I'm looking around, it's because I feel like Ratatouille gonna pop up or something. So I'm trying to be vigilant. Okay. Anyways, what was I saying? Georgia. Yeah, she overestimates her position here and she's more offended because she feels like I'm friends with everyone here. Yeah, so is everybody else. Everybody has friends. Everybody has loyalties. It's not up for you to decide, oh no, I'm supposed to be higher on the totem pole in your list of friends than these other people. That's not how it works, girl. I just thought that it was so funny that she was like, I know it was hard to let her go. And I was like, no, I really had to convince them to keep you. Girl, overestimating yourself. Anyways, Kaz is now also made aware. Oh, right, there's Chris. Oh, Lord, there's a lot going on in this episode. So before I talk about Kaz, Chris has slid into Joanna's DMs. This is now, I don't know if he slid into Sophie's, but he slid into Demi's, he slid into Joanna's, he had a crush on Sophie. Like, the man is, can we say thirsty? Can we say that he's thirsty or is he just maximizing his opportunities? I don't know. I think him and the Georgias. Okay. Yeah, so he slid in her DMs. He also referred to her as the girl who just walked in. Was he not on season 5? Am I tripping? I felt like he was in like that last little bit of season 5. Or was it season 6? Anyways, Toby's asking him, oh, is there a girl that comes in and you think she's the one or whatever? He's like, yeah. And Toby's like, is it Joanna? And Chris is like, yeah. Chris, we've heard this from you like how many times? Please be so serious. Chris just likes anything with a coochie and a pulse at this point, okay? Kaz is made aware by Toby that she was in the bottom. However, she did take it a little bit better than Georgia.
You, Georgia, and Hannah, yeah? I personally, Kaz off the table. Anton voted for you to go.
I had Anton's back.
Obviously, just watch out, innit?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's, I don't know. I don't think it's weird that Anton had more loyalty to Hannah and Georgia than he did to Kaz. Yeah, he does love Kaz as a friend, but like, I always thought he would have been closer to those women than he was Kaz. That's just, I don't know. He has feelings for Georgia. And then with Hannah, they spent a lot of time in that bed together. They are really close friends. So now Toby's basically saying, hey, watch your back with Anton. And I'm like, really? Is it that deep? I get Kaz being a little bit hurt, but come on, guys. If we're looking objectively, I feel like his bond with those two women is definitely stronger than with Kaz. But anyways, she's going to keep an eye out. So there's that. Georgia Harrison goes to Chris and lets him know that she heard about the deliberation and stuff. Chris is not impressed with Anton because why are you sharing our business?
So Anton has come up to you.
Please don't kick off about it, Chris.
Anton's come up to you and told you about a private conversation. Who's benefited from that? Has he benefited from that? Because that's not made you feel good, has it?
I didn't mean it in a malicious way or any sort of way. I was just letting G know I had her back, that was all.
I'm not sure who's benefited from that conversation.
No, no one has, you're right. Now that you've said
That's
it
what I'm
out
trying to
loud.
say.
I definitely don't think it was Anton's intention to hurt Georgia. I don't think he said it with a malicious intent, but Chris is right. What does this benefit anyone? And just like I was saying yesterday, there's a difference between impact and intention. It doesn't matter. Oftentimes, it truly does not matter what your intentions are. It's the impact that's important. And so now Georgia is hurt off of something that did not need to be said at all. So I was like, okay, Chris, come on. Sometimes you can be insightful. Everyone has their loyalties. Everyone has their connections. It is their obligation. Oh, frick, what was I saying? It's their prerogative. It's their prerogative. Yeah, to vote for who they want to vote for. End of story, if you ask me. So Joanna has piqued the interest of Tom and Josh. Tom, he's the one who's like, I don't really know if I want to jeopardize my situation right now, which is what I said yesterday. I think he realizes if he was to mess up with Molly, he really would have fumbled. So he's going to like tiptoe around the Joanna situation. Josh, however, he's like, I'm open to talking. I'm not closed off. Hey, it's open season over here for me, okay? Then we have Joanna and Anton having a conversation. They obviously have a friendship because they were on the same season. But at this point of the episode, I was thinking it's totally friendship with them. There's absolutely no romantic potential here whatsoever. I guess I was wrong. In the morning debrief, Casey says that he is into Sophie, Molly, and Georgia H. She's still sore about how things ended. Apparently, according to him, they just stopped talking. Like, it really wasn't a deep situation, so he doesn't understand why she's hurt. Anton wants to take a trip to Johannesburg. Listen, I love a corny joke here and there, but Johannesburg! Was this a thing in their season? I totally missed this whole Joanna joke thing. But anyways, Joanna isn't sure if there's something there between them, but she's interested. And she's also keen on Chris. She's not sure if Chris is into her either. And I'm like, okay, girl, come on. Every guy in here who you're remotely interested in, you feel like, nah, but they wouldn't be into me. Have you seen yourself? I mean, yeah, there's more to intrigue than just looks. But when you're on Love Island, come on. It's mainly the looks. Girl, you a bad bitch. You are fine as hell. I would be shocked if not everybody is interested. That would be the real shock. But Chris is into you. And so is Anton. Okay, girl, you better work it. We have Josh, who says that he's enjoying Joanna's company. I mean, Sophie's company, but he's open to talking to Joanna. Toby says he likes how things are going with Arabella. Apparently things are growing between them romantically, and it's taken him by surprise. It's taken me by surprise too. I don't know what the hell is going on with y'all. And then he brings up the fact that Anton told Georgia about the deliberation, and he's basically like not impressed with Anton's actions. And I'm here like, but Toby, you did the same thing? But is he gonna admit that? No, of course he's not. But I'm like, come on. Like, you can't have this double standard like, oh, telling the girls the guy's business, that's dirty work. You're doing the same thing. At least we know Kaz is likely not going to say anything. So yeah, there's that. Tom and Casey share a home. They share expenses. And apparently they're about to share women.
Molly.
I think she's so fit.
Yeah, she's so fit, bro. Speak to her. Go for it,
No,
mate.
but
100%.
You're my boy.
I know, bro.
Like, you're my brother.
Bro, you don't even need to have that chat
You're
with me,
my
mate.
brother.
I know. But nah, bro. Go and speak to her.
Nah, I'll leave it. I'll leave it for a bit.
I know that Tom is not closed off with Molly, but why would he suggest Molly to his best friend? That don't make no sense to me. That don't make no sense to me, child. I'm sorry. I'm hearing some like clacking. I'm freaking out. That's weird. And even Casey's like, you're my friend. Like, yeah, she's fit, but I'm not gonna do that. And so anyways, he talks about his other connections too. He wants to see what's there with Georgia. He wants to see if there's something there with Kaz. Please don't. Please don't. And then in tutus, here the man goes pulling Kaz for a conversation. I was like, frickin' hell.
I haven't found that right man yet.
No, darling, I haven't.
Until I walked in.
Well, I guess we'll see how this story goes.
You've got a self-portrait of you up there. That's your body, isn't it? Is that you?
Am I happy for Kaz in the sense that she is getting some attention? Yes. Am I also aware that Casey has been seen on this very screen giving a black woman attention for his pleasure and then resorting back to his preference at the soonest convenience. Absolutely. Don't waste my girl's time. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Moving on. Joanna wants to make sure that she doesn't friend zone Anton too prematurely. It does seem like if she was to give him the green light, he would be all for it. And it seems like she's waiting for his green light too. It's a weird stalemate situation, but there is potential on both sides. So I don't know. I guess try it out. They both talk about being older now, being more mature, looking for different things in life. So maybe it could work. Who knows? Then you have Sophie, who pulls Chris aside and she tells him, listen, I think I'm going to just make Josh my priority. You know, it's been nice getting to know you, but I'm just going to focus on him. Girl, you should have told Josh, because here is Josh across the way flirting with Joanna.
I just feel like happy when I'm with him. So, yeah, can't complain.
Me and Soph are getting on well. We're getting on very well. But obviously, like, we're still open.
Are you planning to get to know him a bit more at all?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Why not?
You'd definitely be one that I'd want to get to know.
Honesty is the best policy, right?
Like I said, Sophie's picker has been off from the first time we saw her. Josh is no exception. No exception. Is he in the right to want to explore? Absolutely. That's his prerogative. But does Sophie know this is his game plan? Don't think so. Don't think so. The man says, oh yeah, we're open. Are you? You're open. We are not open. We're not open. Sophie's not open. I don't think so. I don't think so. But it'll be interesting to see how that unfolds. Also, Georgia is going to be kicking off at Casey. Casey, the way that Casey handles women is just so funny to me. He will do these things that are just so blatantly like dismissive of the girl and then be confused why things are going to shit. Sir, if you don't respond to a girl's messages, that's you ghosting her. And he's like, eventually I responded. Okay, anyways. Also, I don't know if I got the timeline wrong, but I think Casey had said they started talking around the summertime, and then Georgia said they were seeing each other until November. That's quite a long time. I don't know how seriously they were seeing each other within that time frame, but that's a long time. So, yeah, you ghosted her. But we'll have to see to what extent he ghosted her, because he just denies it completely. As always, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Just a reminder, I will be traveling come Friday. So from Friday to about Monday, whatever episodes fall within those days, it's either going to be bulked or super late. Just bear with me, okay? But yeah, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.